What is going on, everybody? On here, and Chaos Rising is booming. Perfect Order is right behind it, and I really want to talk about why. And there's some hidden, I guess, the best phrase is dynamics behind the scene that a lot of folks don't. They're not privy to see. They don't get to see. And I was thinking through this, and I actually watched a couple videos from guys Steel City Stacks. He's in my Discord. He's trying to mathematically prove effectively the convergence between the value of the cards in the set and the booster box price, which in most cases it correlates quite well. I mean, I've done videos on this as well from a little bit of a different direction. But I started thinking about just the overall dynamics in the market. Instead of looking at the math, I took a little bit of a step back, and from talking to some of the big boy stores. I'm not talking Rudy. These guys are multiple times the size of Rudy. For those of you who don't understand the magnitude of some of these large sellers, I am not one of them. I'm nowhere close to this size. You're talking 5 figures in booster boxes per set. Double, triple, 4 times the size of what you see with Rudy. It's a mind-boggling amount of product. Some of them have legacy accounts with non-mainstream distributors, your Excels of the world, your MJ Holdings of the world. It's just, these are accounts that go back for 30, 40 years, many, many decades. But really what I want to talk about is up until really the end of 2024 with Surging Sparks, all these big sellers, and the reason I want to focus on the big sellers is because the little sellers don't move the needle. If you're a sub 3,000, 4,000 box store, you don't matter when it comes to moving the needle with the supply demand equation. It just is what it is. I'm irrelevant. I'll be the first to admit. So up until really Surging Sparks started to take off, we went through like a 24 plus month period where there was very little profit to be made in the set. Stores were grinding just for cash flow to keep allocations where they were. Now, granted, they were coming off a pretty profitable period in 2020, 2021 with COVID, and then obviously going into 2022 with the massive dumps of product. I guess it's really 2023, end of 22, early 23, and things really started to struggle. And that really started your 24-ish month period of not being profitable. But now you have Surging Sparks, super profitable. You have all of the Scarlet and Violet and End of Sword and Shield product that wasn't able to be moved, that's sitting in inventory. All of a sudden, those prices are moving up. Then you have, oh my God, you have Journey moving, you have Destin moving. Then you have all the mega sets moving, you have Prismatic moving, you have Ascended Heroes moving. So now all of a sudden, you're looking at a world where the big accounts, they're able to buy for, just use round numbers, 100, and they're selling for 225. And they've been doing this for high 4 figures, low 5 figures, not just the booster boxes, but a larger number of ETBs, a large number of booster bundles, and all the ancillary SKUs. So these folks are super, super capitalized to the point where the capitalization is probably the best that they've ever seen. At least on the TCG side. Sports side, a little bit of a different story, or maybe not. So that's a long-winded way of saying that as we look at the amount of product that goes through distribution, these very, very large stores have the ability to hold product back, not take product to market, and they can afford to sit on it to see what is going on with the market. Now, that being said, I do know of some who do this. I obviously don't know a whole lot of them, but neither here nor there. So from the get-go, with these massive allocations, there's only a fraction of this product that actually ever makes it to market. So you're already dealing with a little bit of a haircut, specifically when it relates to booster boxes, obviously ETBs, bundles as well. But I do want to talk primarily about booster boxes here because there are a ton of tailwinds that nobody's talking about. Um, so let's put a pin in that for now. Now, let's go to our Excel sheet here. We see Chaos Rising. We see Perfect Order. This is just TCG player low list. So Chaos Rising 255 a box, Perfect Order 230. Now, obviously, neither of the wave twos of this product have hit yet. But if we look at the ETBs, $95 on Chaos Rising, which is a very, very strong price. Perfect Order, $75, which hasn't dumped anywhere near what all the idiot talking heads on YouTube thought it would, or the very, very loud idiot Timmies on the internet. Booster bundles, $51 for Chaos Rising. I think it's a little bit on the low side for where we're at, but there's also a massive amount of booster bundles that just ship from Walmart. So there's a little bit more bot competition here than obviously there are with the other two. Perfect Order, $45. Fair, reasonable number. So the loose pack price, $7 in the market for Chaos Rising, $640 for Perfect Order. Now I have no idea who the hell would be selling loose packs at this point because there's really nothing to break down. Perfect Order, you obviously have the Mega Zygarde, so you can break those down for Perfect Order and Phantasmal, but there are no boxes out there for Chaos Rising packs as of right now. So if we look at the price of the packs in the box, so this right here, this is your box price divided by 36. Your cost basis of your per pack for your booster box is the lowest you're going to get across any of the SKUs. So you're just over $7 for Chaos Rising, $6.39 for Perfect Order. That's less than paying for loose packs. Do you know how ridiculously low that price is? And again, this is a function, and this is where the market gets distorted. You have the rip and ship world, which we'll talk about here in a second, that are sucking up all the loose packs, all the cheap stuff. And then you have all of the smaller stores who are getting product and they're pushing it on the market as quickly as they can. But there's a little bit of a market nuance here where the booster boxes are significantly cheaper than the ETBs or the bundles based on the per pack price. And quite honestly, it should be the other way around because there is a negative premium on booster boxes as compared to everything else. Now, obviously, ETBs have always held a little bit of a premium, but I'm not sure to this extent. So moving on, ETB price per pack, obviously $10.50 for Chaos Rising, $8.33 for Perfect Order. You know, you get the bundle, you get all the happy shit in there. Doesn't really matter. Bundle per pack, $8.50 for Chaos Rising, $7.50 for Perfect Order. Now, here is where things get really, really funky. So the rip and ship price for Perfect Order is $7. This is, I just pulled up a couple of the large groups now. Some are a little bit higher. This is kind of like the floor price. $8 for Chaos Rising. Now, with Chaos Rising, this $8 price, this has nothing to do with the fact that the Greninja's a $500 card, $400 card. I haven't looked recently. It has everything to do with rip and ships get product the cheapest right at release, whether they have access to distribution, where they're getting a little bit of product, whether they have some sort of teaming agreement or partner agreement with somebody who has distribution who's selling it to them on the cheap or on the deal, or if they're just sucking up everything from the broke-ass Timmy stores or Timmy botters who are using stuff on or using credit cards to finance their botting, and then they panic and they want to move stuff quickly and pay off the credit cards, which is surprisingly financially responsible. This $8 price is about as low as it's ever going to get, again, in my opinion. So, again, you have the loose packs at $7. Folks are selling them for $8. That margin isn't really great, but as the supply of this stuff from the broke-ass Timmy botters goes to zero, people are going to go to the cheapest per pack price, which is the booster box. Obviously, the rip and ship price, they're going to charge more. These booster boxes they're going to get eaten in mass at scale by botters. They're going to push the price up, and then they're going to move to the point where, you know, $8.50 per bundle is probably the best price. So if we look at $8.50 times 36, we should probably be a $306 box right now for Chaos Rising. We're not, because there's still broke ass Timmy stores that are pushing the price down as opposed to standing tall. Now, if you look at the overall supply in TCG Player during a normal release 6 months, a year ago, there were about 2,000 boxes on the market. Right now, there's under 800 boxes on the market for Chaos Rising. Now, granted, this is only wave one, but again, you're starting to understand the impact of these massive, massive stores who don't have to dump product. They don't have to chase liquidity. They're happy to sit pallets of it in their warehouse. And look, if their basis is $100 a box, again, it's probably not. It's probably less than that. I'm just using a round number. Whether they sell it for 255, 125, or 360, they're fucking thrilled. There is zero risk for these guys to dump the product as long as they're adequately capitalized, they have liquidity, and they don't have any massive amount of debt coming due. And that's the world that we live in. So let's go to the next piece. So I have this label. This is the cash out broke ass Timmy prices. So there are cash out servers on Discord. They're all over the place, where it's basically aggregators who are trying to buy product as cheap as they can to feed rip and shippers or whomever. So this is kind of the pricing that I'm seeing. Again, this is rip your face off. If you're desperate, this is what you take. Booster box is $200. ETB $75, which is a pretty darn good price. Now, if you bought Walmart and you're paying $60 for an ETB, I think is what the price they charge now. I'm not quite sure, plus tax, because you're not getting tax exempt there. Not great margin. Bundles, again, $30 there, $38. For perfect order, I only saw ETBs. The cheap booster boxes are probably gone. The cheap booster bundles are probably gone at this point. But the per pack price per box is $5.56 for Chaos Rising. If they're selling packs by Rip and Ship for $8 plus, that's a pretty damn good margin. But again, all of this right here in the next 2 weeks, this is all going to go up in smoke and disappear, and this will no longer be available. So now you have the next lowest price, which is right here. It is the box price. And this is why, in my opinion, we're not seeing nearly the drop in pricing for booster boxes at release, or ETBs or booster bundles for that matter, because there's no longer a race to liquidity for the sellers who move the market and fucking matter. The rest of these idiot stores, they can race to zero. They can dump shit. You have the fake, no feedback, brand new accounts that are still an issue, not nearly to the magnitude they were a couple weeks ago, but you do see them every now and then. If you see an account from Alaska, I highly recommend you don't buy from it. But this is where we're at. So as this dries up, people are going to start buying booster boxes here. Now, this price goes up to $9, $10. Now you're starting to look at a $325 booster box, and it's going to get there. It's just a matter of time. And the longer time goes by, the fewer boxes have to be offered to market from the large accounts, and the more rip and shippers they are trying to take their own piece of the pie. So the overall amount of product that gets destroyed is increasing, while the overall supply of this product that's actually coming to market is decreasing. And that, in my opinion, is why we're seeing an acceleration on the price point of every single one of these items. Look at Journey Together ETBs. Those things were $65 at one point. I looked the other day and saw them at $135, $140, and I was absolutely shocked. The freaking broke-ass Timmy prices are $125 or $130 per ETB. It blows my mind. In a set that wasn't great, it's all gone. The product shredded. The big sellers aren't bringing it to market because they don't have to. And again, if you're a massive seller, you get $1 million a cost. Say you do $2 million of sales per set, right? You make $1 million on the set. You've done it now for what, 6 sets in a row, 7 sets in a row. Where are you going to put your money where you're going to get a better return? A lot of folks are just programmed to put it back into Pokemon. So why would you sell it and buy it again? You buy your allocation, you just sit it on the sidelines and you let it cook. And that's just the way of the world right now. So anyway, guys, hopefully this clarified things a little bit. Again, check out Steel City Stacks on YouTube. I'm not going to put his link in the title because it's late and I'm tired and I got to go to bed. But anyway, that's the world we live in. That's the reality of the situation. And even if there's more supply coming to market at release, as long as we have these advanced or inflated pricing, or in this scenario, there's really nothing that's ever going to change, because the stores that have the magnitude of product that could push the price down, they just simply don't have to. So anyway, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and hopefully you had a good Memorial Day.